beautiful people, and welcome. Today's reading we will look at the energies and what are opening up during the lunar eclipse on 30th November in sign of Gemini. So it's mainly adjustments, changes and information based on information what universal information what wants to come through and what is activated for you at this time in regards of relationships, finding that divine partner or being with that divine partner, whatever that may be, what you need to know right now, here and now, and what is activated during this lunar eclipse for you in regards to love and what messages you guys want to pass on today. So let's explore, let's see what comes through. As usual, I selected 3 crystals before I started the recording, and you can make your choice. Let me introduce you to the 3 options in front of you. And the first one, and the first crystal is Rutilated, sorry, Quartz. And it just looks like this. Then the number 2 is Fluorite, purple green, and number 3 is Tektite, this fabulous stone here. Let me show you the number 1, Rutilated Quartz, Fluorite, number 2, and Tektite. So I remind you that it doesn't matter which stages, where you're at with your relationships, it applies to all. If you found that video, obviously there is some sort of message for you, and just go with the flow, take what resonates, leave the rest, and yeah, make your choice, and I see you at your timestamp. Hello people who chose the number 1, Rutilated Quartz. This is your reading. So Rutilated Quartz itself is working with all chakras and with all zodiac signs. Main prominent elements are fire and air, so it's quite stormy. It talks about self-control, self-reliance and firmness, and it promotes spiritual growth and helps to release phobias and fears and anxiety. It's also very protective stone. The first things what comes to my mind is about your fears regards to relationship, what is triggered by relationship in general, the insecurities and fears in terms of that. Okay, so we're gonna go and either you are in a relationship already or you're not. I'm gonna take a feminine and masculine, like as you have to decide which one you are and what is activated right now between this relationship between 2 souls. So let me see. First of all, I start with seeing who is the guardian angel who is looking over you and your relationships, who is assisting your relationships. An animal spirit. So it's a shark and leads a powerful peaceful warrior, archangel Metatron and Jules. Lead as a powerful peaceful warrior. So face your fears and lead the relationship to where it needs to go in peace. So it's pretty powerful. Enlightenment. I see the spiritual growth is here as well. Metatron is known as the master of the master. as I see Metatron is that, ultimate enlightenment and understanding of how everything fits together. It's sacred geometry as well, what comes to my mind, in the cycle of the life itself, the chain of events, and definitely enlightenment and swimming in the ocean. So I'm gonna see what is happening within your relationship, in your connection, soul connection, twin flame, soulmate type of thing, and what is activated. So in this lunar eclipse, what is activated and highlighted is solar plexus chakra, and it says the frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as your own knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. So it's kind of like asking you to look into what you bring into the relationships, what you can do, and how you influence that relationship or your connection. As the shark said as well, take a lead and be a powerful and peaceful warrior. So stand up for what you believe in, what you want to achieve, and follow your light. Be confident, and confidence is actually the key in shining your light. And it's kind of like the solar plexus here coming through as well on that over there, and the here as well. So step into your power, and your person helps you to step into your power. Let's see where you are at the moment in terms of this soul contact. So I'm taking the masculine side of the situation, of this connection, and the magic. Again, there is this full moon. Magician is handing, it looks like, handing this kind of like magic ball to this fairy mermaid. So there is a magic in the air. The masculine in this relationship is bringing in the magic and understanding that everything is what you create. Let me clarify that to get more information. Magic. Safety. In the hurricane of life, a strong foundation will keep you safe. So by providing a safe environment for this person, things will transform miraculously. The magic in this magic touch would be to provide safety for and assurance that it's safe to be themselves and express their emotion. And slowly, if they start feeling safe within this connection and feel that they can be themselves, then surely the magic will happen, and they start showing who they really are and within this relationship. So what they need, the key word for this one is to provide safety. Let's see where the feminine is in this connection. And dive deep. Okay, it's very the feminine within this connection is very deeply observing, diving deep into this relationship helps the feminine understand who they are and where the power lies, and step into their power. Deeper the connection evolves, the deeper the understanding evolves who they are, and it's kind of like becoming a blossom and being stronger within themselves. Let's clarify. and listening. If you want to be heard, learn to listen, and it's throat chakra. So for feminine, it is very important, feminine in this connection, is to understand how to be effective listener, and that how that is important to see and assess what the other person's needs are and what is communicated. And remember, the communication is not only what is said and what is observed, but it's just kind of like everything, like even what is not said and what is not done. It's also the communication. What is it being communicated right now, and how can you use that to illuminate and turn into the power up this connection itself? By listening, you can find the clues, what is given by the masculine for you to power up this relationship, because the safety is a key. So you need to see the clue how to make your person feeling safe, because only then they will feel that they can step out of their own shell and give and show and shine the light. At the moment, I feel that the person, the feminine, is quite in the shadows and not understanding the masculine, because it's kind of like they are in the cave, and you know, like you're not receiving that information what you need to understand. So you need to dive deeper to understand, to listen. It's not about you communicating, it's like listen what is communicated to you in many ways or forms of communication, to make that it has a very strong connection or the influence for both of you, but it teaches you, this connection is teaching you how to step into your power. And it's kind of like being a power couple as well as individually in your power and together as strong union. And the key word is as well peace. Being a warrior doesn't mean that you have to threaten, because the most important, sharks normally is seen as a threat, but they only hunt and kill their prey and when they're hungry. And learning to deal with the fear and assumptions, and then just listen and observe before you act. And safety is very important for the masculine, but also the masculine needs to learn how to show what they need and be confident to show what they need. And feminine, dive more deeper. There's more information available for you at this time. And let's see what else is given to you by the universe and the guides. Oh. Free spirit. To be free spirit is float without the walls, to fly without the judgment, and love without conditions. So the powerful power within the relationship is for the feminine to listen, and for masculine to find the confidence to feel safe and to be free, to give each other enough freedom to be themselves. So the freedom and free choice, free spirit, freedom to come together, allow people to be who they are, and being a free spirit is the key for the power and powering up this relationship. So I'm gonna see from the spirit guides, your angels and your spirit guide, or the animal spirits, the message what comes through for you. Ooh, sexuality. Woohoo. Influx of sexual energy is coming your way, embracing both masculine and feminine aspects of the self. Create the wholeness. It is safe for you to express your sexuality in whatever way you choose, provided you do it lovingly. So that's a safety for the masculine, and for feminine, it is to see and hear what the masculine needs and dive deep what they need as well at the same time, and lead powerfully and be at peace. So there's a lot to discover during this time, so it's still a learning phase, still getting to know each other and learning to know yourself as well for the feminine as well as masculine. Feminine is learning to know themselves and the power by seeing and reflecting and you know, listening the surroundings about this connection. Listening also brings messages or synchronicities, whatever comes. Pay attention to information, what comes through, and pay attention. Yes, that's the main thing. And be confident. More confident you are, the more you attract this loving relationship into your life with your divine counterpart. All right, that's your messages for you today, and hopefully you got something out of it, and see you next time. Hello everyone who chose the second crystal, which is a fluorite. This is a reading for you about your connection with your masculine or feminine, your divine counterparts. I'm gonna start with to see what this lunar eclipse will bring forward in Gemini. So some sort of like portal, what is activated, what information is released to you regards to this connection. You choose which one you are, feminine, masculine. I'm gonna look at what is activated and then the masculine feminine point of view within this soul connection. All right, let's see what's activated. Sensitivity. And the frequency of sensitivity helps us open up the world of subtly and detail while anchoring in the structural foundation that's supporting us to become more fully multidimensional. So at this point, this eclipse brings out the sensitivities within this connection. So let's have a look at the masculine side, where they are with their emotions and what they need to communicate and where they are within this connection. Acceptance. So they are actually accepting their own sensitivity and emotions at this time. So let's clarify that. Fertility. Lead your life bursts forth from the seeds of creation. So, and I did not tell you about fluorite. I just quickly say before I continue. Fluorite goes and it works with heart, throat and third eye chakra. Really the truth that, you know, accepting your truth becomes point of fertility. Telling the truth, you're opening up for things the way they are and making things fertile by accepting things the way they are, because you only can change yourself and you have to accept others as they are. But mainly this is to accept your own sensitivity within this connection, and connection is triggering the sensitivity. Let's move on to the feminine. Go with the flow. So the feminine just needs to go with the flow and with the sensitivity and explore that and see where it takes her. It's very sensitive at the moment, this connection itself, accepting things the way they are before it can move and be abundant, and the situations the way it is and the flow. And also you can see that the fish as well is about the flow as well, direction. And the feminine is go with the flow and allow the masculine to take the time and to accept things the way they are and come to terms where they are and how they are. So let me see the clarification for the go with the flow for the feminine. Listening. If you want to be heard, learn to listen. So it's kind of like go with the flow, listen, pay attention what's happening, allow, I think it's just kind of like you, through your sensitivity, through your feelings, you can hear and learn more about the situation. It's very important for you to allow things to take natural course, and at the moment it's very tender. I feel that anything can, every single movement can actually tip the balance. It's a sensitive topic, this relationship at the moment, for both of you. let's clarify the sensitivity itself. And Gaia, connect to pulse of Mother Earth. She will guide you through this time of change. So there is some things changing, and this eclipse will bring through the change. So let's have a look who is the guardian angel who is assisting you with this soul connection, and also the it's the whale. And live as a fully conscious being, Archangel Mary and Jules. So it's kind of like being conscious about what's happening, accept the things the way they are and themselves. It's for masculine, and for feminine is go with the flow and see the direction, see the lights, listen what is said, what is shown. It activates the sensitivity within yourself, this connection. Pay attention where you are sensitive, what areas and what is triggered, but at this time it gives you a lot of information where you're going with that. And let's see the message from your guides. Okay, and it's an emotional breakthrough, and it says emotional transformation, release, freedom. It is safe for you to express how you feel, let it all out, relationship deepen as a result. So I think the acceptance is very important, accepting your own emotional sensitivity at this time, especially for the masculine. Hello people who chose the third crystal, Tektite, and this is your messages about your soul connection, whatever you may, label you may put it on it, but it's your divine counterpart connection, and where you are at and what you need to know about it and so forth. So let's start. What energies are activated with this lunar eclipse energies on 30th of November, and it's happening in Gemini, so Gemini sign. So let's see, it's what communication is brought through, what is activated. And the card that jumped out is joy. So the joy, the portal itself says the energy of joy activates our feelings of happiness and well-being and supports a high vibrational frequency in your being. So what is opening for you is the messages and information how to bring more joy into your connection, and also how to activate the joy and bliss within this soul connection. Let's see who is your guardian angels and animal spirits within this connection, who's assisting you and who's looking after and helping you help us. And this one is Hedgehog. And be a magnet for light, love and joy. You see, joy, joy. And this is Archangel Gabriel, which will bring your some messages are coming through. Definitely pay attention to what it is. So let's have a look. So you can communicate with Archangel Gabriel, as well as pay attention what information, what synchronicities, what signs, and even dream time, what comes through, and in dream time and everyday communication with people. And let's have a look. Where is the masculine? What is their part? What is activated? What is the message? What's going on in that part? And discernment. And divinity. Crown chakra, recognize the divine in the mirror. So I feel that to understand your own joy and what makes you happy, like stand tall and say, this is what brings me happiness, and you know, like recognize the divine order of the things, the divine divinity in everything in your life. And joy as well activates the connection with the divine, and this connection obviously as well. So it's kind of like the masculine understands through this connection their own divinity, and you know what brings them joy, and they can do a lot of like self-reflection through this connection. Let's see the divine feminine sign of the things. And blessings. Blessings, let's have a look more. Blessing, joy, blessing. Letting go. Letting go is not giving up. Sometimes it is first step towards success. So the joy of count your blessings, let go what is done, what is outlived, and it's not giving up on the goal or the relationship or the connection. It's kind of like letting go what is not working within this connection, and enjoy the journey itself and focus on what is good about it. Know that you are the magnet and attract things in your life, so you can change your frequency by changing your thoughts and letting go of those things what no longer serve you. Let's clarify the joy itself, extra message for the joy. Signs. It's funny because I said that, you know, like pay attention to signs. So there is there will always be signs to guide you on your true path. So this joy is your guide on this connection, and the things what you do not enjoy, for the feminine you need to let it go. And also joy is indicated who you are and what you are and why this connection is come to your life. For a masculine, so through the connection they understand why they have who they are, they have the awakening through this connection. And for feminine is letting go the things that no longer serve them and bring more and replace it with the joy and light, and know that you are the master of your own life by creating it the way you like, in terms of like, you know, kind of like connecting with everything else, but you can choose to keep or release whatever comes to you, the options, the choice is yours. You can't change anything what is outside of yourself, but then again you always have a opportunity to make a choice. There's always a choice, and even though sometimes it's quite limited, but you still have a choice in regardless. And to finish this reading, I'm gonna take what Archangel Gabriel has for you. And emotional breakthrough, emotional transformation, release, freedom. It is safe for you to express how you feel, let it all out, relationship deepen as a result. But I think by expressing joy and love, and you know, actually looking and seeing and recognize the signs, letting go for the feminine, letting go what does not satisfy your emotional needs, and count your blessings and keep the blessings into your life, and see that how sometimes the negative can be a blessing as well, blessings in disguise, and understand that how this connection, soul connection, brings a lot of blessing into your life, understanding what is outlived in your life. For the masculine, you understanding yourself and understanding that you're part of this, that you are divine and you're part of this connection, and it just kind of brings you clearer understanding of yourself through enjoyment, and there's awakening happening in the masculine part, but also emotional awakening and breakthrough, like releasing those emotions from both parts. So this is what I have for you today. So I hope that it's assisted you, and take what resonates and leave the rest, and be open, and see you next time. Bye.